Day 77 of my carnivore life, and I feel like myself again. Thanks to you. Thanks to you guys. Really, yesterday whoever saw my video, I was really getting out of control and I lost it for a few hours, to be honest. And now I have to drive again and I know what to do. It's like I had this little moment, and that's what actually I need sometimes. This little moment that just makes click. And it made click. I hope it will stay that way. I cannot promise anything, but it made click. And when I'm in this mood like yesterday and all these hormonal disbalanced things where the meat and the more eating and the fat and electrolytes and the salt and all these things and sport and everything doesn't help, because my life just went upside down because of work and these kind of things and stress and less sleep because I'm having nightmares. It's not about food, it's about nightmares because of my stress at work, and I cannot handle it very well right now because it's a lot, but I'm getting there. It actually really, it may click. And I know what I have to do, and I just have to step back a little bit of the steps of carnivore, because my body naturally comes to the point where I do just beef, salt and water naturally and eat less and fast more because it's just coming there naturally. But if I have these kind of moments also without the coffee now and all these things and being tired and so on, it still works when I implement the more laissez-faire carnivore life, because I'm not obsessing with the things that I actually like and enjoy, but I do enjoy them just 2 days and then I'm just sick of it and I don't want to have that anymore, and then I'm just craving meat all the time. And that's actually milk, it's whipped cream, it's pork rinds, and make, a little bit with cinnamon, and it's like this, it tastes really like cinnamonies, if you remember this sugary bullshit. I ate it all the time when I was little, and it gives me this I'm a little child moment, which I need, which is a really gentle, giving me this room and space that I needed to just heal my addiction. It's really crazy. I really have to say that. This and mascarpone and these kind of things really helped me through this phase. I tried yesterday also, fruits at first, because I thought maybe fruits will help me, but fruits doesn't help me. They really harm me and I don't like them anymore. I tried strawberries. I was obsessed with strawberries, blueberries. I just tasted it. It tasted awful. I don't know why. It was really strange. And I had a half of an apple and it also tasted like rotten meat. It was just insane. I don't know what it is and what is changing. So I really don't need the fruit. I'm not saying that I'm never gonna eat it again. Who knows? But I really don't. My body just doesn't agree with fruit anymore, which is really strange. But what really helps me is this, pork rinds with milk and just a little bit of whipped cream and cinnamon. That's it. And just make it a little bit soft, and bam, that's so good. You really can obsess with it if but I don't care now, even if I gain 2 or 3 kg. I really don't care, because for me it's just important to stick to the carnivore world and find, when I'm that much losing it, what to do. And actually that I remembered now also the first month, that was what actually helped me to stay, on track. And that's really amazing, I have to say. Just have these little tweaks sometimes in the carnivore world, and that helps me the most. And it really gives me back my power and my feeling good and my strength, because today, the first thing when I woke up, I was craving steak like crazy. I was craving it so hard. I did eat at 6 in the morning. I ate my steaks, a big portion of steaks and a big portion of butter, actually. I'm trying to, focus a little bit more on the tallow and natural fat trim parts, but the butter helps me with my hormonal levels. So I do like to have that implemented when I'm in this mood. And it's really amazing. And then additional to that, I have 3 days off from work. So for me, reading your comments today was just so wow. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I started at my addiction video and I had not the time to really read your messages, and it's so I cried in the car so hard, because every time I think about it, I would never understand what I did in life to deserve you guys and your gentle, beautiful, stories, advices, supports, and you, I don't know if you understand how much this means to me. I think most people who know me now from day one, since I post every day, you get to know me a little bit better. You know how much this means to me, to have you in my corner, and to read your stories, to be inspired by your journeys and your, even with the addiction part, you know, there are so many people sharing so much honesty and things that I would never expected people to share that way. So that's so brave. It's so brave, and I'm so happy that I could, you know, share something of me and give you the opportunity to share something of you as well, because that really means a lot. And I think the world needs more people like you, to be honest, because I think, you know, the world is getting so fake and so wrong, and that's what really made me sad and depressive in the last couple of months. But having you guys and your approaches and your beautiful souls, and you know, even Johnny, I wrote you back from the email, you know, you being a humble person, sending me one of his songs he wrote. I was listening to your song in my car like crazy, you know, my hair was just like this. It was insane. People were looking at me because I'm dressed like this, you know, and I'm listening to your music. It's a little bit, you know, it reminded me of Metallica, and I love Metallica. And your voice and these kind of things, it's so inspiring just to have that. And I was crying in the car, you know, listening to the song, you know, House of Pain, and then crying in the car, looking like this with the dress. It was a little bit insane. That's why people really looked at me like I'm a crazy person. But that was pure, I don't know, pure being happy that I created this, what I started, this channel and this journey and these kind of things. And you know what the most interesting part is, because Tony suggested, you know, calling you the wolf pack, and it's so interesting because I got into deeper, because I don't like lions. I don't like the mentality of lions and all the story behind lions and how they act. So that's why I never really felt well with this lion diet thing and call it like this. But the most interesting part you have to know about me is really funny, actually, because I do have a wolf tattooed here, and the wolf is the symbol of me and my father, because my father always, when I was little and he was coming back home and he knocked at the door, he was always, I would ask him, who's there? Because he said, never let somebody in you don't know. And he said, I'm the wolf. And I said, are you gonna eat me? And he said, no, because you're too cute. And this this thing, you know, reminds me of family and loyalty and these kind of things, and that I'm so blessed with everything I have. And that's why I love this wolf thing. And I just read, because one thing I don't like is this alpha wolf thing. I'm a person that always tries not to be, you know, the center of attention. I like people to be together the center of attention, you know, to create something like flash mobs and Lola things, which you cannot do by yourself. It's a group thing, you know what I mean? So that's something that mostly inspires me, and that's always what I wanted also in companies. There are some companies actually that work that way, that just, you know, don't have a leader. They are just working as a group together and, you know, try to figure out who's the best for the jobs, and just, you know, a little bit organizing and putting themselves out there with their characteristics. And that's what the wolf pack is about. And it was so interesting. There are no alpha wolves, actually. That only happens when they're captured. That's what I read right now, so I'm getting deeper into the story because it's really interesting. They are a family, actually. They are, you know, mother, father, and children, and when the children are old enough, they're gonna search for their families. But they have this loyalty, and they only stay with each other, you know, and have these kind of things. And there is not that much revelation, you know, fighting each other. That's only when they kept captive, so captured. So that's so interesting. And when I was creating my artist name, Ivy Wolf, it was really funny because I meant wolf, like wolf, but I misspelled it, and then I already put, you know, I painted my little logo with my name just for fun because I loved it, and then I registered myself on YouTube and the email address and everything. And then I was showing it to my son, and my son goes into a bilingual school, and he was like, oh, funny, why do you write it like this, you know, with the U, I cannot even pronounce it. And yeah, because it's a wolf. And he said, no, Mom, that's not how you write wolf in English. And I said, no, really? I said, yes. So, and now Mark, thank you, Mark, told me that ivy is actually a plant. So I just looked into it. So it's so funny. It's so funny because I didn't know that. So it was really an accident what my name is actually based on. But I love it. It's kind of becomes my personal identity, because my old life I just want to keep behind me. That's why I always say I don't, you know, my real name is like this reality I don't like. I don't like the reality I'm really living it, not with my family, but with, you know, job and people here and the veganism and all these kind of things. So that gives me a little bit of a distance, and you know, find myself, which I'm finding now with this carnivore life. So this is really something I really enjoy. And yeah, I saw some photos. It was so fun, you know, with the wolves as a family. And that's how I see you guys. You feel like family to me right now after, you know, it's still 77, such a difficult word, days. Some of you are part of it from day one. I share from the deepest of my heart, and you guys do it the same then to me. So it feels like really, you know, a support group, a family support group a little bit, which helps each other's out. And that's what I love. I love it. I really love it. And I cannot say how much I appreciate you, all of you, so much, what you're giving me. And I hope I can give something back. And maybe with these videos, maybe at some point in my life when I don't know what happened. I have no clue. Somebody asked, what is the plan for this channel? I have no clue. I didn't have a plan at all with this channel. So I'm not focusing on that. But if ever, you know, things go in one direction, I'm always somebody that likes to give back a lot. And honestly, you know what the coolest thing would be? What really a big dream of mine would be at some point to have, you know, the resources to create a big barbecue, just to have all of you and your families, just to invite you all and have fun. All our carnivore people we love and we enjoy and we support each other, all these not condescending dicks. Like, you know, I'm blocking them. So to have just a real cool fat party and to invite you all and to find a place where, you know, most of the people just can somehow arrive. I don't know, that's the stupid part a little bit about online, because the people are, you know, everywhere. But that would actually really be one of my biggest dreams, to have that, really a big barbecue where we just can feel ourselves and be friends and find friends for life, which, you know, support each other to go this right direction, to have these kind of things not only online, but have that also in reality, these moments, and not, you know, having this kind of exhibitions and, you know, there are keynote speaker. I really wanted to have just fun, you know, drink our little sparkling water and, you know, have our little stations with beef and these kind of things, and just invite farmers, local farmers, you know, to cook for us and just have real fun, maybe be in the nature with animals. That was really, that's one of my, I want to dream of that. I want to dream of, you know, seeing you all at some point in my life and hug you a lot for the things that you're doing for me, that you're saying, that you're sharing. And I love you, and I'm a baby. I really looking forward to meet you someday, really meet you someday. And yeah, as soon as Johnny writes me back, if I can use his song to show you guys, I'm gonna do the behind the scenes YouTube video, and I'm gonna show you a little bit how this happened actually, and what happened. I'm gonna tell you anything about analytics, and because I have no clue, I just have to read it myself. So we can do it together. Let's just experience all of this crap together and the good thing and the bad things. And yeah, happy to read from you guys. And yeah, tell me one thing. What is your biggest dream? What is something you really dream? And if you have all resources in the world, what would you do? What actually really would you do? And what is your biggest dream? And I would love to read that from you. And yeah, I almost answered to all bigger responses, things also on my addiction video. So if you didn't have notification, maybe just look it up. And yeah, thank you. Just thank you. Can't say more. See you tomorrow like always.